Dr. Tom Barrett's Dare to Dream, his life-changing message that will redefine your future. By the end of this episode, it will all make perfect sense. Welcome to Leverage Success, your personal self-growth channel for your health and wealth, for your better future self. Dr. Tom Barrett is widely respected as a physician, educator, and speaker, known for his ability to bridge science, philosophy, and personal development. Throughout his career, he has focused not only on healing the body, but on helping people rethink the limits they place on their own lives. In his powerful conversation with Wes Linden, Barrett explores one of his most compelling ideas: the courage required to imagine a bigger future for yourself. His message, Dare to Dream, is not about fantasy or wishful thinking. It is about reclaiming the human capacity to envision a life beyond the boundaries we have been taught to accept. The conversation begins with Barrett explaining that dreaming is often misunderstood. Many people associate dreams with childhood imagination, something playful but ultimately unrealistic. Barrett challenges this assumption immediately. In his view, dreaming is actually a strategic act. It is the moment when someone stops accepting the script written by their circumstances and begins asking what their life could become instead. He explains that most people grow up surrounded by invisible limits. These limits are rarely announced openly. They come through subtle messages from family, education, culture, and past failures. Over time, those messages shape what people believe is possible. Without realizing it, individuals begin to edit their ambitions so they fit comfortably within what others consider realistic. Dare to dream, Barrett explains, is the act of refusing to live entirely inside those inherited boundaries. He describes how transformative dreams often begin with a simple but unsettling moment. A person imagines something that feels bigger than their current life, building something meaningful, creating art, changing a career path, helping others on a larger scale, or pursuing a vision that nobody around them fully understands. The idea arrives quietly, but it immediately triggers resistance. Inside the mind, two voices appear. One voice questions everything. It asks who you think you are to pursue something so ambitious. It reminds you of risks, responsibilities, and the comfort of staying where you are. The other voice is softer but persistent. It whispers a different question: what if it's possible? Barrett argues that daring to dream is simply choosing which voice you listen to. He emphasizes that every significant achievement in human history started exactly this way. Before there were plans, funding, or certainty, there was someone willing to imagine a possibility others could not yet see. The dream always comes first. The roadmap comes later. Barrett illustrates this idea through the story of people who changed their trajectory by allowing themselves to imagine a different future. Often these individuals start from ordinary circumstances. They may not have special advantages, but they share one trait. They refuse to treat their current reality as the final definition of their potential. The moment they commit to the dream, however, something important happens. The dream begins demanding growth. Barrett explains that dreaming without action quickly becomes escapism. A real dream creates tension between where you are and where you want to be. That tension is uncomfortable, but it is also productive. It pushes people to learn, experiment, and step into unfamiliar roles. He describes the first practical step as clarity. Many people secretly want more from life, but never define what more actually means. Vague dreams remain powerless. When someone articulates a dream clearly, whether it is writing a book, launching a project, changing careers, or building a meaningful legacy, it becomes something the mind can begin organizing around. Once the dream is clear, the next shift is identity. Barrett believes that achieving a dream requires becoming the type of person who lives that reality. Someone who wants to create must begin seeing themselves as a creator long before the world recognizes them that way. Someone who dreams of leading must start thinking and acting like a leader before the title ever arrives. This identity shift is where many people struggle. They wait for external validation before adopting the mindset required for their goal. Barrett flips that order. The identity comes first. The recognition follows later. From there, progress happens through small, consistent actions. Barrett pushes back against the myth that transformation requires dramatic leaps. In reality, most meaningful journeys are built through modest steps repeated over time. A daily habit becomes a skill. A skill becomes competence. Competence becomes mastery. The challenge, he explains, is persistence. Every meaningful dream eventually encounters doubt, criticism, and periods where progress feels invisible. In those moments, it is easy to interpret difficulty as failure. Barrett argues the opposite. Resistance is often proof that you are attempting something meaningful. Toward the end of the discussion, Barrett reframes the entire idea of success. Dare to dream is not about chasing status, wealth, or external approval. Those things may or may not follow. The deeper purpose is to refuse a life defined by fear or inherited limitations. He invites listeners to imagine themselves decades into the future, looking back on the path they chose. In that moment, the question will not be whether every attempt succeeded. The real question will be whether they had the courage to pursue the things that mattered most to them. Because in Barrett's view, the greatest risk is not failure. The greatest risk is never allowing yourself to imagine the life you might have built if you had dared to dream. Thanks for watching Leverage Success. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Who do you know that would love this video? Share this with them. Your support helps us keep creating, and we'd love to have you and your nearest and dearest as part of our growing community. See you in the next video. Every Sunday, 9 a.m. UK time.